Game of the night, Lakers, LeBron. His team desperately needs to bounce back after a Game 1 loss to the red-hot Damian Lillard and the Blazers. I'm being told we're having a little problem technologically by getting the highlight up, and so I will welcome you all to our studio. I'm Mike Greenberg. We're in Bristol, Connecticut this morning on a Friday. We have had a morning filled with a bunch of technological issues today, and this is just the reality of it. Sometimes during a pandemic or everyone is in their homes and all sorts of different things are happening, we'll have some problems. So someone just tell me if we can go to the highlight. Otherwise, I'll just tell you the Lakers, and a night where LeBron was very, very quiet, scoring only 10 points last night. We do have it. Okay, let's roll it. Let me show it to you instead of describing it to you. There they are, Dame Lillard and LeBron. Neither one of them would be the hero in this game. Anthony Davis throwing it up, LeBron throwing it down early. One of the few LeBron highlights of the night. 10 points, 7 assists, 6 boards. He wouldn't need to do more because his unibrow unicorn of a teammate was doing things like that. Look at him working and hard in there. AD, 13 of 21 from the floor. Lakers an 8-point lead after one, and they were just getting started. Late in the first half, it's an 11-point game. Davis can't leave him there. He knocked down 3 threes last night. Lakers up 14. Final seconds of the first half. Again, Davis plus the foul. Lakers end the quarter on a 12-2 run. They were up 17 points at halftime. To the third we go. The Lakers lead is 20, and Davis was doing it all. Watch him here on the defensive end. Get a little rebound, look up the floor, find KCP. Contavious Caldwell-Pope would score 16, but it's Davis doing everything as the Lakers would just be pouring it on. We go later in the third. More from Anthony Davis. Remember, the Lakers just 5 of 32 from 3 in Game 1. Last night they hit 14 threes, and they were pulling away. All that was left was this. Late in the third, 30-point game. Dame Lillard out there going for a steal, and watch the finger closely. The jam, the dislocation. X-rays would come back negative, which is positive, but clearly he's in pain. He's not happy. His team falls. The Lakers behind 31 from AD in just 29 minutes come away with the win. And we are delighted to bring in, along with the big fella Kendrick Perkins, Richard Jefferson, who's up early from the coast with us here. And RJ, I'll start with you. We have been talking a lot about what the Lakers needed to see from Anthony Davis. Obviously, they got it last night. What did you see that he did that gave him such a big night?
Well, you know, he had a focus to his game. When you look at his drives, like, yes, he knocked down a bunch of shots, especially late. But if you look at the early portion of the game, he was driving, he was offensive rebounding, he was doing all the little things, including defensively. That's what makes him so special and so unique. He impacts the game across the board, and they needed that from him, and they got it from him.
You played with LeBron, you won a championship with LeBron. If he's going to have nights like that, is he going to be happy? Is LeBron James going to come out of that night saying, I scored 10 points and we won? Is that a formula he's going to be satisfied with as these playoffs go on?
Well, he's intelligent enough to know that, like, he can't do that too many times if they're trying to win a championship. But when your team plays defense the way they had the last 2 games, not just the last game, the last 2 games, they held them to 39% from the field. The one issue is the way they guarded the 3, especially late. If you're not guarding the 3 well and you're not shooting the ball, that's where that gap came in, that Portland was able to take the lead and really ultimately win the game. So he's more focused on their team defense. He's okay mentally with how he's going to make shots. He wants to make sure everyone else is involved in hitting shots.
Big fella, tell me what you saw from Anthony Davis last night as one who would have been out there trying to battle with him if you were still playing. And again, on a difficult day with technology, we seem to be losing Perk. Maybe I have you back here. Perk, let's talk about Anthony Davis. What did you see from him last night?
Well, he was the best player on the floor by far. He dominated on both ends of the court. This was probably the most dominant performance in these playoffs. When you look at the body of work that he put in last night, he took him to the inside, offensive rebounds and putbacks to, you know, facing up, going by guys, getting to the rack, and then shooting the 3 ball at a high clip. He had a plus 32 on the stat sheet in 29 minutes. I mean, he put on a hell of a performance on both ends of the floor, and he did it in 3 quarters. 3 quarters. And this is why LeBron James before the season said, here, AD, we're going to go through you. Because LeBron was born, but he wasn't born yesterday. He know what type of stud he has. And Anthony Davis is a stud. He's something that we've never seen before in life. He is a positionless player. He's not a power forward. Power forwards don't make a spin to a step back move on the baseline like he did late in the game last night. That's not your typical power forward.
It's an interesting dynamic, and RJ, we can talk more about this later in the hour, but a quick thought here. I mean, LeBron has played with great players, obviously. Dwayne Wade's a first-ballot Hall of Famer, won titles with him. Kyrie Irving won titles with him. But this may be, based on his age and everything else, the first time that LeBron might try and win a championship where he isn't the #1 option on the team. How does that make it different?
Well, I think the issue is if you're looking at Anthony Davis, he still has to prove himself, and hopefully this is the summer or this is the year that he's able to do it. Because when you get late in the game, you never worry about if Kyrie has a bad game. The last 5 minutes, he's going to knock down a shot or he's going to knock down free throws to seal the game. D Wade was very, very similar. This is the first opportunity that Anthony Davis has a chance. Last 5 minutes of the game, go be that stud. And so that's the difference. It's more of a wait and see. Is he the most talented guy? Maybe the most talented guy he's ever played with, but he still has a lot more proving to do.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.